Match point for the upper bracket semifinals. Tong Fu taking on the fan favorite Navi.
When we picked Pai Chen, we were sure we're going to crush the game early on.
Navi's trailing. No, they pick it. They took the punch. You can see Dendi smiling right now.
Oh, yes.
He wanted it bad, and Puppy gave it to him.
Yeah, for some reasons. That game, it didn't work out.
Vacuum back into the call down. Dendi biting up more than he can chew. He will be cleaned up. Now Puppy caught out in the middle of the fight.
We were getting stronger and stronger.
In this point of the game, there is nothing else in the whole game that can change anything.
And Tong Fu is beginning to grind Navi down. They got a 5-kill lead, right around 5,000 gold to their advantage.
This is really troublesome for Navi.
The game was on the edge, and we could lose it like any moment. I was sure about that. We knew we needed to do something, so we started to try something out.
Tong Fu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howell brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain.
但是突然被勾的时候，其实一开始，因为那局我们优势很大嘛，一开始会觉得也没什么，下次注意一点就行了。
Dendi said, this is the only way we can win the game. Us too, just doing that stupid stuff. I was like, all right, let's go.
Dendi's gonna try it again. Can he? Got him that time. See you in the base move.
Whenever I saw enemy around, I would ask Papi TP me. He would TP me and I would try hooking.
Oh, there we go. The hook got him.
Fountain hook, fountain hook, fountain hook. It would continue. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Just keep it up.
然后结果他不停的割，不停的割，就感觉怎么说呢？就感觉很神奇吧。
Tong Fu didn't know what to do. Like, they actually screwed up quite a lot.
It's hard to stay calm. Mentally, you're panicking. Apocalypse is happening in your head.
He just goes to Tong Fu.
Gyrocopter as Aegis, siege high ground, you know. Everybody knows the simple road to victory. The game should be done as simple, but he just got removed.
Oh, he got him! He got him! They're on their feet, they're chanting! All it took was one fountain hook.
Powell playing Gyrocopter could have simply just TP'd after the hook. He could have just TP'd back home.
然后最后就是被勾回去了，2条命死了，然后就导致最后的一个比赛输掉嘛，就非常的遗憾。
The fact of the matter is, like a player that was on point probably would have still won that game as Gyrocopter. Probably should have never gotten hooked. Probably. But Dota is a lot like life, you know? Shit happens, you have to deal with it.
Hooking Tong Fu players with Chen teleport was one of the most amazing things that I've done. It was vicious, and I was part of it.
I was very angry watching the game. It's not really so much against Navi as against the rules.
A lot of people were saying it's very unfair or wrong. We came into the player lounge and I saw a lot of screaming.
Remove that from the game. That was the biggest joke I've ever seen.
The biggest fucking joke I've ever seen.
There's these rules about bug abuse, but what is bug abuse and what is not. I'm still a bit salty about it, I think.
Like, how can you win? How can you even be allowed to win that way? Tong Fu had that game. Is that balance? You hook a guy with Aegis? It should be. Oh my fucking god.
It's not fair, it's not fair. Disqualification.
Yeah, he was definitely like, you guys don't deserve it or something like that. And they're like, whatever, dude.
Let them try this thing. They can do it, go on, try this thing.
You have to respect the skill that it took for those fountain hooks to happen. If it was completely broken and super easy to do, everyone would be doing it. They weren't afraid to try it or make it happen.
I was sure the game was fair, even after I heard those screamings.
因为在我们那个中国人眼里，就是觉得输了就是输了，就是不会说因为它全水沟是一个可能相对来说比较不太平衡的一个东西吧，然后会去埋怨什么东西。我们就觉得输了就是我们自己技不如人吧，包括国内的也都会觉得对方会觉得对方打得厉害，不会说因为这个东西太 bug 了或者怎么着。
这也是下一年赢得 TI 的一个原因吧。但是当时我没有找他们讨论过这个问题吧，我怕提起他们的伤心事，他们打我。
Some exploits are fun and good. This was one of them. Maybe a bit too strong, but still.
It was too strong.
就之后削掉的倒是就是没什么了嘛。
You can discredit the game, but in reality, like, Dota is still the same. You can still win games in the most weird ways that haven't been seen or done.
It's the same for everyone, so it's fair for everyone, and it's just kind of a part of the way Dota tournaments go.
I am Nam. I'm from Team DK.
It's another kill, courtesy of Lanham's gem.
I'm Mushi. My team is Team DK.
Budding, killing up the heroes on the sidelines. Mushi just wrecking people at the fountain.
I mean, I didn't do well in my studies, to be honest. Yeah, it's a good thing that Dota and other games came and saved my life, I guess. My girlfriend older than me, so she's parents think she should be married. Because I'm a player, I haven't got married yet. This is why her parents are unhappy.
I'm always happy that I have fans who supporting me.
I'm actually making a living out of gaming. I mean, before I was playing games because it was just a hobby, and now I can sustain my life because, gaming is actually sustainable.
Here comes the Kraken. That's one. That's number two.
I want to retire, got married with my girlfriend. It's for me, it's dream. For my girlfriend, it's dream.
No matter what result we get, I'm enjoying playing with my teammate because we train hard and then we have a dream together. This is our best memories.
I want to be the best player in the world, but I do it for myself, to be honest. I just want to be the best and prove it to myself that I am the best.
It's really mean a lot to me and can change everyone's life.
Commanding performance from DK. Commanding performance by DK. I think this is one of the most well-executed games I've seen in the tournament so far.
Actually, I feel there's no dream teams, there is only Team DK.
I think for any team that is in the finals, that's just 100% focus. You know that you're the two best teams in the world. Either of you could win. It's a very weird feeling. It feels like you need to win this with all your soul and body and mind. Like everything that you've achieved in Dota and that you've done in Dota has built up until this moment.
Some people maybe feel pressured. Crowd was always very friendly to us. The crowd would help us a lot. Big scene is good for us, but for someone else, I don't know, it's different.
50,000, 500,000, 2 million people are watching, like, okay, that's great. It's a lot of pressure. Playing with thousands of spectators watching you, you're more prone to make mistakes because you're thinking about it more. Just keep your cool and not let any distractions such as the crowd or, the pressure get to you. Guarantee you someone else on the other team will let it get to them, so if you're able to keep your cool, you're probably going to win.
Dota is a sick mental game. It brings out the best and worst in you. Who ended up winning the mental warfare always won the series. That's how you're going to win tournaments. That's how you win the tournament. And, if you break the other mind, it gets really easy. Some minds are really hard to beat though.
Well, at TI5, I had no anxiety. Like, I was totally comfortable in my own skin, and I think that I played really well, and everything was great. But then I go to the Summit 4, this $100,000 tournament versus this $18 million tournament. I'm sitting there in the finals, down 0-2 against VP, and I'm just like having trouble breathing. It's weird like that, and you don't know when anxiety is gonna hit you. If you're freaking out, somebody else is probably freaking out too.
Just a screw up in the game, you made a mistake in the game and that's why you lost. Those things can happen, but those things should not eat you. Sadly, a lot of people end up thinking about their loss a lot because they could have done better.
To lose in finals, just one step before winning, it's hit you much harder.
输了以后，第一个感觉就是我很对不起所有的粉丝，因为他们一直以来都很支持我，尤其是在场所有的观众也是在呼喊着我的名字，所以我觉得很对不起他们。然后过后我很伤心，然后我就出去躲在厕所啊，出去啊，一直流眼泪，就很久才能平复下我的心情。
It doesn't matter if we lose or not. Just those words reminds us of what we've done and that we don't need to be afraid of losing. It sounds like maybe not a winning mentality, but I think it's the opposite. You remove the fear of losing, so you would not be afraid to do risks, which can be very necessary in these games.
I hadn't won a lot in my career up until, pre-TI4, but then after we started winning, it was a different kind of scene for me. You got more fans, you got more prestige. Everything changes when you start winning.
Things just worked out for us, and TI5 was our tournament to win. That was one of 2 tournaments we won throughout that entire year, and it was the big one.
觉得自己这是真的吗？就是我当时拿完冠军，第一时间就问自己这是真的吗？也没有一些很高兴的一些反应，然后觉得后面确定自己不是在做梦，然后就非常的兴奋吧。
就是如果我会给一个没有打过 TI 决赛的人的意见的话，就是当你打 TI 决赛的时候，就那几个小时，希望可以好好的珍惜，因为时间过得很快，一下子就会过去，然后你会很后悔当时没有好好的享受。
The strongest players doesn't win, it's the strongest team that wins. And it's almost always like that. If you don't perform every second of your games, you might lose to a team that's actually not better than you, but they're just hungrier.
I don't think any Dota player will go into these games and crumble under pressure. This is when you get your strongest. This is when it's going to be the hardest to break you. I strongly believe that if I woke up a morning and I had to play the TI final, I would play the best Dota of my life. And that's all that would matter to me. If I played my very best, nothing else would matter.
Players know what to do in an instant of a second inside a game. That goes for commentary as well. If a commentator knows this is the moment.
Here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dive! In from Universe! It's a disaster!
I do think that TI is very special for everyone. History of Dota is like written at TI.
Navi's about to be caught. Oh, this could be a total disaster! Vacuum in! Ravage on everyone! The Black Hole as well! Light of Heaven turns it around!
Players and casters are making the history together, of course, but if you don't put voice on what you are doing, it's worthless.
To me, what makes a great call at TI is like, I'd say, a raw emotion.
Boxing in a higher! Happy! Power strike onto 2! The Sonic Wave, but Tumberman!
The point is to tell the story of the fight. You have to be able to build up to it. That itself, it's a skill that I feel only a very few people have.
But now the call! There! He stops it right in the tracks! They're gonna be able to take down 2! And a third falls from Evo! Evil geniuses! They see.
I think a good crowd is everything. At times, deafening to the point where you can't really hear the game sound. It's always like an interesting challenge finding the balance between egging them on and feeding into that passion, but not letting it like completely wash you away.
I always want to ride the wave that is the crowd. If they're that loud, then I'm matching them. Like, I will try and keep up.
Bulba wants to open up. Tucky's dragging him back. Nixon holds Bulba away. Joe, low life. He can't Shakuchi. Nice. He can't Shakuchi. Liquid get first blood.
That's what the thing is about classic good casting. Like, every single time, I still get goosebumps.
Everything hangs in the balance. It all comes down to this.
The last game of the International 3 finals between Alliance and Navi. 5th game, everything on the line.
One more game, $2 million on the table. Winner, first place at the International, the ages and the prestige of being the best Dota 2 team in the world.
The big one, the $1 million dream coil. Everybody remembers that place. I can remember every single word Luminous is screaming.
Alliance are doing it! They need a little more! A boost of stone in jeopardy. There's a glimpse. It could be their last.
All this hype is building. The TPs are canceled. The $1 million dream coil has already happened. They're pushing in.
BKB, they won this round. They're gonna do it.
And it's just like, Alliance is doing it. The Kings of the North.
Alliance wins.
They win
TI3. The Alliance just won $1.4 million.
Every time I think about it, I get the shivers. It's just so good.
If you have the same game commentated by different people, it will be a very different story for each commentator because each commentator will highlight something different. The way that Toby does Black Hole, the moment that Enigma is picked, he's like, okay, let's do this, I'm ready. You can see his whole face, it lights up.
Even though it's become a meme and died as a meme, he still gets giddy.
This is gonna be it, he's ready for it.
They're losing their round, but Black Hole, big one from Fly. Coming a follow-up into a call. Let the spin skirt, dumps one. It's a double kill. It's an accurate slam. It's a disaster. Oh, VP.
Toby is also really good at commentary because he used to do acting jobs, so he knows how to use his voice without depleting it. And I think the Korean commentators do that as well. They get singing lessons or voice lessons so that they can shout.
There was some clip on YouTube, the Korean casters, the hype level it wasn't just there, it was like here.
And it was just this boring farm fest that went on for forever. And meanwhile, there's just these two Korean casters that are going crazy over every little thing.
이거 전략 포즈 아닙니까?
They're bored out of their minds, but they're still yelling.
아니 이 장엄한 베나루의 홀에 예? 아까까지만 해도 도서관이었어요. 왜냐면 관중의 반들이 잠을 자고 있었거든요. 자다 깼는데 아직 게임하니까 짜증난다 이거죠.
They basically had to entertain the entire Korean audience or whoever was listening because the game was so dull.
그래 밀고 있죠. 그렇죠. 밀고 있죠. 이게 그래 밀고 있어요. 그래 밀고 있어요. 야 제발.
Oh my god, I love that clip so much. Boston Major.
At Finem versus OG. It was the grand finals. It was an insane game. We're playing against Mega Creeps.
This was OD Pixel's moment. He starts talking on the microphone. He says some stupid shit. It makes no sense.
Is he going for it?
He's not.
He is.
No, he's
he
not.
is going
no,
for
he's
it.
Not. He's not. Oh my God. No, no, no. Oh my God.
That could have been it! Anything he said would have gone down in Dota 2 history! And God, if it wasn't the perfect response to that moment.
The best commentators are the ones that can actually entertain the crowd and, more importantly, create the memories. When that one amazing play comes along, you have to elevate that to become memorable for eternity.